Anybody in chat? Hello? Hello? What is up, everybody? Welcome to another chill stream. Gonna be a quick one today. Mostly because of time. We're gonna be watching a movie in about like an hour or so, over on the Patreon. But hello, what is up, everybody? Welcome. What is up, Manifold Mold? What is up, Vignette Falls? Welcome. Not a lot to talk about today, but I do want today's stream to be pretty much like the start of the yearly recommendations. Maybe some of you were here back in the day when I did like channel surveys. Anybody remember that? Where I basically made a survey list and people will either choose which ones that they like to see more or give their own recommendations. This is basically that kind of stream, minus the whole survey part. Where hopefully, people will just come in here and say, hey, look, you need to react to this. I want you to react to this. I want you to watch this. I want you to play this. Just give me recommendations. Now, am I gonna be reacting to all of these recommendations this year? That's another story. The channel famously does not immediately watch all of the recommendations that people give me, but it is it is still useful information nonetheless. At least now I know, what kind of shows that people are watching today. I'm a bit out of touch in terms of like what people are actually watching, at least in terms of like, I guess, the popular stuff. I don't know. I used to think I know what people are watching, but then I realized maybe I don't. But what is up, everybody? Welcome. All right, before we actually begin, I do want to start the stream by asking you guys this. Have you guys seen the Mr. Beast anime list that just dropped on Twitter? Because I was laughing my ass off. I don't know if any of you guys are I don't know if yes. Oh my god, I gotta show it. Hang on, we gotta talk about this first. Okay, this is a list. let's just say, in my opinion, this is a list. This is a list. I think the whole circumstance is funny. Like, first of all, why is Mr. Beast replying to a VTuber? Second of all, why is he getting ratioed by said VTuber? Third of all, what is this list? I don't know much about like the full context of this. I just know that Mr. Beast went on this like anime arc, if you will, where he watched One Piece or whatever, and everybody started saying, "Oh, you're a fake anime fan because it's all performative or whatever they want to call it." And he was like, "No, I'm a real anime fan. These are all of the animes that I've seen." So let's look at the list. Let us assess the list, okay? Because I do think there are a couple of really funny entries in this list. Okay, so number 1, we got Naruto. Okay, Code Geass. All right, Frieren. Sure, Steins Gate. Okay, we're seeing a lot of really popular shows here. Nothing wrong about that, but it does feel like he just, as some people in like the in the tweets are saying, basically just the popular My Anime list. Attack on Titan twice. Okay, you gotta make that distinction. All right, Attack on Titan twice. What is up, Mike? Hunter x Hunter. Okay, this is the part that cracks me up. Guardians of Galactic Heroes. Yes, one of my favorite shows. Guardians of Galactic Heroes. Any of you guys seen that show, Guardians of Galactic Heroes? This is the part that lost me, you know? Like, what show is he referring to? I mean, obviously it's Legend of the Galactic Heroes, but like, how did we went from Legend to Guardians? What is happening here? How did we went to the MCU for like a quick second here? You know, Guardians of Galactic Heroes. I'm not even gonna question, you know, the wrong use of whatever. Koi no Katachi. This is also really funny to me because it's like, okay, I'm gonna be using all of the English titles except for Koi no Katachi. I'm not calling it a silent voice. I'm calling it Koi no Katachi. Didn't even spell it right. Koi no Kachi. But okay, sure. And then immediately follow it with Your Name, which, you know, goes hand in hand, sure. One of the two most popular modern anime movies that's not tied into a TV series or whatever. What is up, everybody, once again, who are joining me on the stream? We're looking at the Mr. Beast anime list. Megalobox. You know what? Good pick. It's a good show. My Hero Academia. Again, another popular show. Jujutsu Kaisen. Another popular show. Of course. Solo Leveling. Right? Sure. Promise Neverland. Death Note. Your Lie in April. Parasite. Erase. Akame ga Kill. Gundam. Iron Blood. Sure. Hell's Paradise, and then Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. This is definitely one of the lists of all time. It's definitely a list. I don't know. The reason why I'm bringing this up, right, is because all of this happened because people were basically telling Mr. Beast that you're a fake anime fan or whatever, right? Like, you're a fake anime fan, you know, or whatever. I think it was, what's like the real? Where's the real tweet? There's another one. Anyways, but he's like, you know, like, this is a real. I'm a real anime viewer. You know, like I watch a lot of really good shows and what have you. And look, to be fair, he's putting a lot of bangers. Let's be. I'll be fair. There's a lot of bangers here, but at the same time, this is like the top 10 most rated, most popular shows on my anime list, or what have you. In other words, this is the most normie list that you can possibly get. There's nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong, but I don't know. It's this. Back in the day, like years ago, where if somebody calls you out, and I'm talking like pre-2020s, the pre-2020s anime fandom, before it went mainstream, thanks to Demon Slayer or whatever popular shonen show that broke the mainstream, whatever you want to, anyways. Back then, when people call you out by saying like, oh, you're a fake anime fan or whatever, drop the list. They would put out, like some of the most obscure anime imaginable. Right? That's how you know, oh, that's a weeb. That's that's an anime. That's an otaku. That's an anime viewer. That's the guy who really gets knee deep into the anime industry scene and what have you. And they will bring stuff up like, oh, Revolutionary Girl Utena, or Ergo Proxy, or Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And then you got like a few weird ones, like my idiot brother is now like a washing machine or whatever, just random anime shit and whatever, like that's how you know, okay, this guy has seen a lot of stuff. This is a list of, yeah, I've seen the popular shows. Nothing wrong with this. But I guess it's just the, like the difference in anime, I guess. This is what I would call the anime starter pack. You know what I mean? Like, this is the anime starter pack. If you just watch anime for the first time, this is the anime shows that you are watching. Right? Like, you watch like the, like the really big ones, the popular ones, so that you can talk with other people who watch anime, because chances are they've already seen, like Attack on Titan or Hunter x Hunter and whatever. You've got like the popular recent ones like Frieren, for example, right? And Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously. And then you get like the popular romance sad animes like Your Lie in April. You gotta have that. You also gotta have like, like a popular non-Ghibli movie, so you gotta have, like Koi no Katachi and Your Name in there. Guardians of the Galactic Heroes is throwing me off. Like, that is like a 100 episode anime. What do you mean you got the name wrong? Unless he's not watching the original and he's watching the remake, which still is a pretty long show regardless. How do you fumble the name so bad? Then you got like Hell's Paradise. You gotta have a Gundam here, and so you put like the most modern, not the most modern, but like the most popular modern Gundam show that isn't The Witch of Mercury. So again, this feels more like the anime starter pack, and it is just, I don't know, it's just kind of funny to see this list as a response of like, no, I watch anime. I am a really, I am a big fan of anime. These are all of the animes that I've seen. You know what I mean? Again, nothing wrong with this. I just kind of find it funny that we are now in that age where if people tell you that, no, I watch anime, I watch a lot of anime, but then they list, like the most popular shows, I don't know. I guess I come from a time. Well, I can't really say much considering that I've been watching less and less anime shows for the past 5 years. Um, but I don't know. I guess I'm more used to people posting more unique stuff than the average thing that everybody have seen. I don't know. This is clearly the reason why Beast Game Season 2 episodes are rated with a 9 out of 10. To be honest, Ava and Lane can be in both categories of niche and popular at the same time. Yes. Yes. More influential, to be fair, when it comes to Lane and Evangelion. You know, it's like they're one of those shows where the only reason why they are popular nowadays is because of the influence that they have garnered and have inspired so many of the other shows that you love. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing with like classic, Hollywood movies and what have you. Like if they release, I don't know, if they release Space Odyssey in this day and age, I don't think people are going to love it as much as they did with Interstellar. But obviously, Space Odyssey is as popular as it is today because of its influence and because of how much a lot of other directors and a lot of other movies that are probably your favorites are directly inspired by it. So that's kind of like how I see Evangelion and Lane and a lot of the other, classics, like Akira, for example. But yeah. Post-COVID anime fans. What is up, everybody? Once again, people who are joining in. Speaking of COVID, kind of a wild thing to veer off, but I recently looked at my AniList again because I haven't updated this in a long while. My Letterboxd pretty updated. My AniList haven't updated this in quite a while. If this loads, hello. Yeah, still haven't updated this in a while. But I was looking at my stats, right? This is kind of depressing. This is kind of depressing for me to see. This is like the amount of animes that I have seen over the years. And you can see the moment I started watching less and less shows. I went from watching like 59 shows in 2018 to 1 last year. Well, technically 2. I watched the Chainsaw Man movie and like the first half of Orb. And that's my 2025. Funnily enough, you can also pinpoint the exact moment I started the channel. I started the channel at the very end of 2021. Like December 2021 was was when the channel was born. So technically speaking, I started the channel fully in 2022, and you can see the immediate drop off. It's insane. I went from watching 44 shows or 44 animes in 2021 into only like 15 the moment I started the channel. The channel ruined anime for me. Yeah, basically. It's also like a thing of like nowadays I look at like new shows, and it's a combination of both. But like nowadays I look at new shows coming out, and I'm like, that's interesting. I don't need to watch it now. I can just watch it later. And yeah, you can also pinpoint the exact moment I started university. So 2018 is when I started uni, and obviously there's a dip in the amount of animes that I watch because as the years progress, I gotta focus more and more on university and stuff. And then 2020, COVID happened. Everybody went home. Immediate spike. You see an immediate spike. This is also the time where I was pretty much done with uni. So you can see like the immediate spike of like, oh yeah, we got more time, baby. Let's watch more anime. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, I'm watching more anime. I have free time. Let's start a YouTube channel. And then it just jeez. I can tell you this though, 2026 we'll be watching more anime than 2025. Instead of one show, we're going to be watching at least 2 shows. That is a guarantee. We're doing free run this month, and then maybe JJK once like the Blu-rays are out or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. To be fair, you probably always weigh in if you should watch it for yourself or for your future reaction and whatever. Pretty much. Well, yeah, pretty much. But as I mentioned again, like it's a combination of a lot of things. This is also around the time where I was pretty burnt out on anime, like after watching so many stuff pre 2020s, and then seeing like the stuff that is being served to me in the 2020s during the post-COVID era, where most of it doesn't really appeal to me. I'm just gonna be honest, like not a lot of shows are actually appealing to me in this era. Whereas in like earlier pre-COVID, that was when I started watching anime for the first time, more or less, like 2016, 17 or whatever. So that's when I was like watching, okay, I'm gonna watch like the newer ones, I'm gonna watch like the classics, I'm gonna watch all of them, like give it to me all. Now it's just yeah. I'm pretty content. I don't have to, I don't have a fear of missing out. So, like I'll happily wait. Dude, just finish Orb first. Yeah, I know. We're gonna finish Orb this month. That's not even a guarantee. That is a I have to finish Orb this month because we're doing free run this month. I need to finish the anime that I'm doing right now so that I can have time to watch the other anime I'm doing right now. That's because otherwise I'm just gonna miss out on free run and I'm gonna miss out on like that early hype moment of like a new show airing and whatever and what have you. So yeah. Speaking of Orb, as I mentioned last week and in my community post, we're gonna be doing movie nights later in like an hour, exactly in an hour. Over on the Patreon, we're gonna be watching 100 meters. The new it's a Japanese animated show, animated movie that came out last year from the author of Orb. As I stated in the community post, the live stream itself will be on Patreon and it will be available for all free and paid members. While the VOD will be for paid members only. But again, if you want to watch the movie with me, wait an hour. We can watch it together. Should be fun. Oh, nice. So you're watching at least 3 anime this year. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. We're at least 3 animes this year. Yeah. Somebody asked which one did you watch in 2025. I saw like half of Orb last year. And then like the Chainsaw Man movie. Watch Tales of the Princess Kaguya. It's a good movie as people talk about it. It is an incredible movie. I love that movie. I should watch that again, actually. I've only seen it once, but I have very fond memories of it. It's like the last film by Isao Takahata as well. Really good movie, by the way. If any of you guys watching the stream right now. Highly recommend Tale of the Princess Kaguya. It's a great movie. Half orb, so it's not even one anime. Oh my god, you're not wrong. It's like half an anime and a movie. That's basically my 2025 anime quota. It's half an anime and the Chainsaw Man movie. That's pretty much it. Jesus. Fake fan, I'm gonna go watch Mr. Beast. Oh my god. You guys are funny. Yeah, go watch Mr. Beast. Obviously Mr. Beast has watched a few animes that I haven't seen. I gotta give it that, I gotta give it to him. He's seen a couple of shows that I have not seen. I haven't seen Guardians of Galactic Heroes. I haven't seen Erased. I haven't seen Akame ga Kill. I haven't seen Gundam Iron Blood. And I haven't seen Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. So, to be fair, he's seen a few animes that I have not. So yeah. And Look Back was 2024. Yeah, that was 2024. Have you heard Takopi? It's my favorite last year with Orb. I have. Speaking of, if you read the title of the stream, this is, of course, the stream where just give me recommendations. While we talk, you can just give me recommendations. I'll put it on a list, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, I have heard of Takopi. It's like only 6 episodes, I believe, or something like that. Like it's a very short anime. But I have heard about it. If a lot of people want me to react to it, I'll probably react to it. Next post by Mr. Beast should be I love Mushoku Tensei. I want people to see it. Nah, man, Mushoku Tensei is a bit too niche for the mainstream audience. We gotta remember. This is a mainstream list of animes. Mushoku Tensei is a bit too weird for the mainstream audience. You had an Excel spreadsheet with what recommended you already had? Exactly. That is exactly what I was about to pull up. Del Toro's Frankenstein? Ooh, you're right. Funnily enough, I was going to do a reaction to Del Toro's Frankenstein, but I haven't done it yet. So maybe, future movie night. Del Toro's Frankenstein. Who knows? Maybe next week, maybe the week after. I don't know, but it's now a possibility. And that's also like one of the reasons why I want to do movie nights to begin with, so that I can have at least 1 week. And I've already set this up. 1 week, we do a movie watch along on the Patreon. It can be anime, it can be, a live action movie, whatever, We're watching movies. We're watching movies this year. It's like the one thing, it's like the one medium where I want to do reactions, but there's like so many other factors that is kind of like preventing me. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, we'll do it live. Here, sorry for the flashbang, everybody. Here is a spreadsheet of a bunch of shows, and a bunch of a bunch of stuff that I had planned for the channel. This is a incomplete list. This is not fully refined just yet. I am planning on refining this fully and making this like a public post on the community tab on YouTube, so that this will be like where people can look at like what shows are coming, what reactions are coming, and what are like potential reactions in the future or what have you, and they can also like give recommendations and whatever. Some of you on the Patreon have already seen this because I already posted it there first. But yeah, this is a list. In fact, I'm gonna copy this, put it on the chat, so if you guys wanna see it for yourself, you can do that. I can just delete. Wait a minute. There we go. So yeah, it's incomplete. There's still like stuff that I need to catalog and whatever, especially on this side where I just want to make a complete list of like all of the stuff that I've already seen. Link all of my like YouTube playlists and whatever. But so far, this is the list. So on the top here, I'll just make this like easier for you guys to see. On the top here, we got like currently on the channel, pretty straightforward. Upcoming shows, I've talked about this in like my community post and like the last stream. We're gonna be doing a Night of the Seven Kingdoms along with Freerun Beyond Journey's End. You can also, if you hover on the titles, you can see like some notes that I put out, specific notes. This tier is pretty much the stuff that I really want to watch. So interested for future reactions is, as it says, these are shows and games and mangas that I am interested to do for the channel in the near future. Like, this is almost a locked list of stuff that I want to cover regardless. And then below is basically stuff that I am interested, but I don't know if I want to do it on the channel or if I just want to watch it on my own time. This is the still unsure category, but I am gonna experience these regardless. This is just unsure if I want to do it on the channel or not. And then on the bottom is just like stuff that I'm doing on my own time. So you know that I am currently watching Naruto for the first time. I'm currently reading Nazca: The Valley of the Wind for the first time. And I'm playing Bioshock and Red Dead Redemption 2. First time playing Bioshock and on my second playthrough doing Red Dead. Why 2 times the loss on the... You're right, good call. Thank you. But yeah, somebody asked like Takopi's Original Sin, like that is on the interested but I'm not unsure tier. Lost X2. Anyways. But yeah. So on the bottom here, as you can see, are viewer interest and recommendations. This is basically where you guys come in. Recommend me shows, or games, or mangas, whatever you want to recommend. I'll put it on the list. And then we'll see, or at least I will, think about them in the future and whether or not I'm gonna move them up a tier to like interested but unsure, or just straight up, interested for future reactions. So that's basically it. Kino's Journey. Ooh. You know what? Good call. You're specifically talking about like the 2003 version. All right. Do watch Takopi. I'm getting the vibe that a lot of people want me to watch Takopi. Next season has a new Madhouse anime by the director of Nana and Chihayafuru, and it's a josei coming-of-age drama about girls in a theater school. It's called Scenes from Awajima. Scenes from Awajima. from the director of Nana and Chihayafuru. I haven't seen Nana, but hang on. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not trying to read the synopsis, but mute this. I'm not gonna watch this just to avoid copyright on YouTube. I'll play it just for a little bit. Wuthering Heights, Romeo and Juliet. All right. I love the color palette. You know what? I'm kind of sold. Hang on, I'm kind of sold on this. You know, chill anime that isn't that's not like super hype battle shonen. Hmm. Have you seen any Fate anime? As somebody asked. I've seen Fate Zero. I've seen UBW. I've seen the Studio Dean Fate Stay Night, and I have seen Heaven's Feel. All 3 movies. And Fate Apocrypha. Are you gonna recommend Fate Strange Fate? Because I know that's coming out like this season, right? For chill anime about rocks, do give Ruri Rocks a chance. What is this show? 41% of people like this show. Damn, Google users do not like this show. It's not bad. Studio Bind? Wait, hold on. The Studio Bind? The Studio Bind that was doing... Oh. It is Studio Bind, okay. Introduction to Mineralogy. Hank Schrader would absolutely love this show, by the way. Wait, so is it rocks or is it minerals? Ruri Rocks, also known as Introduction to Mineralogy. They're not rocks, Marie. They're minerals. All right, cool. I put it on the list. When did Google users ever enjoy a show? Fair point. I sorry guys. There's a lot of chat. Wholeheartedly recommend you watch BoJack Horseman, the first show to make me laugh and cry as much as it has. Luckily for you, it is on probably the highest tier that you can get for upcoming shows, which is I'm very interested in it. It'll happen eventually. Because I'm hearing a lot of really good things about BoJack Horseman from a lot of people as well. Yeah. I don't know when I'll do it, but hopefully, hopefully I'll get like enough time to check it out. BoJack was a time when Netflix made good shows. I mean, they still make good shows, Chad. Come on. Like, once a year. um Chojin X, best new gen shonen manga right now. It's from the same author who wrote Tokyo Ghoul. Sure, I'll put it on here. Chojin X. BoJack is top tier. I'm seeing a lot of BoJack love on the chat here. I just read somebody's chat saying, I'm from the future, you watch none of these shows. Damn. Don't call me out like that. Why you gotta call me out like that, man? Somebody mentioned like Frankenstein. This is on the TV series. I need to put like a movie category. I'm rewatching Three Body Problem Show from Netflix right now, and gotta say it's pretty good / fine considering it's from the Game of Thrones dub and Dumb and Dumber guys. So I don't know, maybe you are interested in it. I've already seen Three Body Problem. I saw it like when it came out, when like last year or 2 years ago. It was fine. I kind of agree with you. Like, there's parts of it that I'm really interested. There's also parts of it where I feel like it was a little bit draggy at times. But like the initial premise, I really enjoy. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it more if I, let's say, read like the actual book or what have you, because I know like the Netflix version, there's like a couple of changes here and there. Not just from like the characters like nationality, but like the story in general. Like there's like some changes here and there as far as I'm aware of. But yeah, the books are good. That's what I'm hearing. Some people actually recommend me, like the book. I'll get to it eventually. Three Body Problem is everything wrong with Netflix. Not gonna lie, I don't fault you for that. Apparently, they shot the second and third seasons back to back, so I am rewatching before the second season. When will the second season come out? I'm not sure. I think you should probably watch the rest of March Comes In Like a Lion on your own. It's my favorite anime, but I don't think enough would watch the reactions, though. I wouldn't mind reactions to specific highlight episodes, like season 2 episode 4 or season 2 episode 17 and 18. Season 2 is an all-timer, and I think you'd love it even more than season 1. Man, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I haven't continued March Comes In Like a Lion. It's stuck in like reaction limbo. Because I did like a reaction up to like episode 5 or 6. Can't remember. But like I didn't get far when it comes to March, mostly because of, at the time, a lack of engagement and whatever. I do really love the show though. Like those first few episodes, I really do. And I'm still like debating on, should I continue it as a reaction, just start over, start fresh, because it's been like a couple of years since I've seen like those episodes, or if I just if I should just watch it on my own time. Like I'm still unsure myself in that regard. I'll put it on the list regardless, because at least now I know there's at least one of you who are, who is interested in a March comes in like a lion reaction. Book reviews when? I gotta be a booktuber if I'm gonna do book reviews. Begonia, ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I wanted to do a. Who's the name of the director? Yorgos Lanthimos. I think I butchered the name, but I wanted to do like a movie marathon of his works, because truthfully speaking, I haven't seen any of them, but I am very interested in watching all of them. I think it was after, like, when Poor Things got a lot of buzz, and I was like, this could be interesting. A lot of people love it. Um, and then I look at like the filmography, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's a couple of movies here that is on like my watch list. I just never watched all of them. So I also wanted to watch like the movie that this was based on, because if I remember from like the one thing that I know about Begonia is that it's apparently a sort of remake inspired by a Korean movie from like the early 2000s or something like that. Like I want to watch that as well. Like I want to watch like what inspired it at the same time. Summer Hikaru died. Ooh. Have I did I put this on the list? Hang on. Yeah, I put this on the list. Yeah, this yeah. Um yeah, that's another 2025 show that I was kind of interested in watching, but I was like, yeah, I'll watch it later. I didn't hear a lot of people talk about it, actually. I hear a lot of hype for the show, but I didn't really hear a lot of people actually talking about the show when it was airing. Or maybe that's just like the my social media algorithm just not, helping me. Matt, did you watch the latest Avatar? I did. Fire and Ash? I did. Watched it in IMAX 3D on like very high frame rate. I liked it. It's an Avatar movie. I liked it. It's like it's one of those movies where if you love Avatar, you're gonna love this. If you don't love Avatar, chances are you're not gonna love it. So you've mentioned ping pong during orb reactions, and it would be super quick. Best Yuasa anime and Kensuke Ushio OST. That is correct. Oh, I didn't put it on. Oh, yeah. Ping pong's a good shout out. Yeah, yeah. The Bear? Are people interested in watching The Bear? I'll put it. I'll put it on the list. What's the appeal of Avatar? I never got it. Um, to me, it's mostly due to seeing the advancement of the technical side of filmmaking. It's also, I really do love the world of Pandora, and I do love, seeing that world come alive and be immersed in that world. Um, Story wise, and this is where it starts to lose people. But a lot of people find that the Avatar stories um are pretty bare bones and what have you. Like, it's like, for a lot of people, it's just, you know white boy comes in and saves the day. uh and humanity bad, forest good. But I do think, and I mean this in the most sincerest possible way, but I do think that there is more that the Avatar movies have to say than just those surface level stuff. Like, personally speaking, I do love the concept of exploring the Avatar itself, the human consciousness of, the what it means to be human when you're not in a human body anymore. They explored that a lot in Fire and Ash, specifically on a certain character, which I really enjoyed that aspect of. Um, it's also just a big fuck you to the imperialistic uh society that James Cameron is kind of portraying in the film, which obviously you can just kind of, you can relate that to a lot of, stuff. America. Um, I quite like the family theme in the second movie. I do. I think the second film is like my least favorite. The more I think about it, although a lot of people will say that the third is probably their least favorite. Um, I just felt like the second movie, while it is impressive to look at, there's a lot of imbalance in like the story structure because it was kind of going all over the place, and I kind of felt I didn't feel that way when I was watching Fire and Ash. Like, it felt a lot more cohesive in the third film, which is why I kind of liked it more, even though it is the same in many aspects. Structurally speaking, it is the same. Our 100-meter reactions gonna be in YouTube. Also, Takabi definitely need to be a reaction. So with movie nights and like the live reaction watch alongs that I'm gonna do in like 30 minutes, some of them will be on YouTube. 100 meters definitely gonna be on YouTube. Eventually, I don't know when I'll put it out. Earliest I can do is like in a week after we do like the movie reaction. Um, but like, I'm not here to give like a full concrete, a date on like when it's gonna drop on YouTube. It took like a couple of months for Frankenstein to be on YouTube. But to answer your question, yes, it will be on YouTube. With Avatar, I enjoyed the movie in IMAX 3D. I think they should also have normal 2D IMAX. Even with Chainsaw Man, I watched it in IMAX 2D and normal 3D. I just prefer 2D more. I prefer 2D as well. It was kind of annoying when, if when I wanted to watch the Avatar movie, uh like, the only option is either IMAX 3D or normal 2D. So it was a choice between watching it on like the biggest screen that I can get, or on a very smaller screen but without the glasses and whatever. I quite like the family theme in this. I already read that. Highly recommend the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Um, I really wanna give the Metal Gear Solid franchise a try. I really do. It's like one of those games where it's so influential. A lot of people talk about it. Heck, I follow Kojima on Twitter. I just never play his games. I follow Kojima for his movie reviews. He gives out banger movie reviews. It's like, okay, cool. Kojima approves this. Shit. All right, I'll watch it. You know. Um, somebody said, where was it? Utopia. I don't know what that show is. It's pretty high ratings. Sure, I mean, I'll put it. You can do live watch alongs on Patreon. I mean, I can just do live streams on Patreon in general. I mean, it practically works just like on Twitch. Is Dune 3 coming this year? That's what I've heard. If they don't if they don't delay the schedule or whatever. Um I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Utopia has probably the best soundtrack there is. Whoa. Some Utopia glazing here. Okay. Never heard of this show, but okay, I'll take your word for it. Because Kojima fan finally plays a Kojima game. That's usually the case, isn't it? They're like guaranteed there's so many Kojima fans that have never played a Kojima game in their lives. I am one of those fans. Vinland Saga Season 3 as well, if that is ever happening. I mean, that does not need to be in this list. Let's be real here. Like, that is a locked reaction. Saw you watched Sirat recently. What do you think? Also, what's your top 4? I don't have a top 4 because it's very hard for me to, you know, I don't know. It's people ask me like what's my top 5, and I can't really give like an immediate answer. But Sirat, the movie, incredible. I love that movie. I came in not knowing what it is about whatsoever. Just that, it got a lot of like festival buzz and what have you. So I'm like, all right, sure. First movie of the year, let's watch it. Again, didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what kind of film it is that I was watching. First half, not gonna lie, didn't really grab me that much. Like I was like interested in like where it was going, but I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if I'm gonna love the movie. And then something happened, which I will not spoil, but something happened halfway through the film, and that immediately changed my entire experience of the film. I literally did the meme of like the guy who was like just sitting casually like this into like, and by the end I was like enthralled. It's one of the most nail biting experience. Again, I will not spoil, but the last few minutes, like the last like 20 or so minutes of the film, like the third act in general, I was holding my breath because I it was like I don't even know what's gonna happen. um, but yeah, it's an awesome movie. I don't think it's available online just yet, so you guys are gonna have to wait on that film. But it's a really good movie. I highly recommend it if it is available to watch. Sierra probably had the best sound design this year on par with Chainsaw Man Razor Arc, in your opinion. Oh man, yeah, the sound design and like the music in Sirat, it's like, dude, again, like when you hear like the dum 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 dum, it's yeah, yeah, I agree on that. I agree. Not many movies are being made with 3+ hours of runtime, and I am enjoying it. I don't mind long movies. I don't mind long movies. I don't mind short movies as long as it's paced correctly and it's paced really well. It'll flew by. Um. You, going through some of the older chats here, but yeah, Patreon has the ability to just live stream. That is a thing. So if I if you go to my Patreon page, um, there is a live reaction there, just ready in like 20 minutes. We will do a movie night where we're gonna be watching 100 meters, and it works exactly as you would expect. It is a live stream. It's just like YouTube. Yeah, I didn't even know that Patreon has a live stream since like a couple of weeks ago as well. So you're not alone on that. One could add Silk Song next to Hollow Knight now, but I think you want to experience Hollow Knight first if you choose to play it. Yeah, I put Hollow Knight because it's one of those games where a lot of people keep talking about like, oh, you gotta play this game, you gotta play this game. I guess in almost like the same vein as Outer Wilds. Like people won't shut up about it. Like, you gotta play this game. It is life changing. And what have you. But the only thing is that the only thing that is detracting Hollow Knight for me and why it's in this tier and not like the tier above where I will be doing these games eventually, right? Is that I'm not sure the gameplay of Hollow Knight will be for me in terms of streaming it on YouTube or making a a gameplay a playthrough series of it. I'm still unsure. Like I don't hate platformers or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. It could be the one. It could be the one that will change my perception of like the genre, but yeah. Talking about OST, I just remembered the OST during Reze and Denji fireworks scene. It's peak. It's peak. That OST is almost one-to-one the same as the Devilman theme that Kensuke Ushio did. I don't know if you can hear it, but when I first heard it in theaters, I was like, hold on a sec, hold on. Kensuke Ushio, what are you doing? You're you're making a Devilman soundtrack. Oh no, wait, you're talking about like the other fireworks scene. There's like two fireworks scenes. If you know, you know. I was talking about like the one near the end of the film. You're probably talking about like the one halfway through the film. Next season has the new anime from the FMA creator Demons of the Shadow Realm, and it is a Bones production. Nani? Nani? A Bones production? Is this it? Ooh. Spring 2026. I'll, I'll put it on the list. Sure. Um, you gotta play Outer Wilds, life changing. That's what people are saying. Check out Nukitashi, the animation. You're not fooling me. I may not be up to date, but that doesn't mean I don't know what you're talking about. You're not fooling me. I still listen to that. Yeah. Wanted to request Mr. Robot, but I saw it is on the list already. Yeah, a lot of people have been recommending me Mr. Robot over the past few years, actually. Ever since I started like Breaking Bad and Dark as like my live action shows on the channel, like people have been constantly talking about like Mr. Robot. So it's got to be life changing then. The only reason why it's here and not here is because I these shows are shows that I am more inclined to do. Like these are my personal picks, regardless if if they will end up being better or worse than like the other ones. But who knows? Who knows? Have you watched Flow, the one with the cat? I have. Saw it in theaters 2 years ago, 2024. Beautiful film. Beautiful film. If you say True Detective, you mean only season one, right? Uh, yep. I put it on my notes. I'll do season one first, and then I'll decide from there if I want to continue it or not. It's one of those shows. It's one of those shows where every time I see people talk about it, everybody just says, just do season one. The other seasons, you don't need to, you don't need to check them out. If you want to check them out, that's fine. But a lot of people were like hammering on like, no, season one, that's where the meat is there, So I don't know what happens, but if people keep saying, like just do season one and whatever, so I'll do season one. It does feel like my kind of show. I will say that. I will say that. It does feel like it is right up my alley. But it is kind of concerning that people just say, just do season one. So I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. Darwin Accident. I never read the manga, but people say it's a hidden gem this season. I think I've heard about that. That's like the one with like the monkey. That's like that's the monkey anime, right? Oh no, that's not the monkey. I was thinking of something else. Oh wait, no, it is. Oh my god. You fucking YouTube, man. I typed in Darwin on YouTube, not YouTube, on Google, and it gave me Darwin's Game. So I was like, that's not right. Yeah, the Darwin incident. I'll put it on the list. Signalis and 1,000 times resists. Oh, I didn't put it here. Wait. Oh yeah, I didn't put it here. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. I thought I already did, but I did not. Because I know I'll probably love 1,000 times resist, given that a lot of people have said that that this is a matte kind of game. And Signalis, I don't know much about except for like the design of like the main character. I'll second Signalis. Signalis is a horror game, or is it not? Sadly, won't be able to tune in for the movie night later. Going to see Marty Supreme. No, I'm more jealous of you. You get to see Marty Supreme. I'm more jealous of you. Marty Supreme is not airing here in my country. Like, I'm missing out on Peak. I've been wanting to watch Marty Supreme, and then I realized it's not coming out here. So I was like, no. Why? Hope you enjoyed the movie Conquer. It's a pre-release thing. Officially it premieres at the end of the month. You're still getting it at the end of the month. I'm not getting it at all. Fucking weird. What is the distribution of that? I don't get it. Maybe I'll like by the time here's the thing that pisses me off, because by the time Marty Supreme probably gets a release here where I live, it's already out on digital. That's like the part that kind of, that's gonna be the part that pisses me off. A24 and their international distribution shenanigans. No, what's really fucked up is that the Smashing Machine was released here. They released the other Safdie movie here. That got a release here pretty quick. Marty Supreme? Nah. But hey, you know what that means? You know what that means, chat? If it's already out on digital before it's out in theaters, that means it is available for me to do a reaction. Marty Supreme reaction 2026? Because that's like my policy when it comes to movie reactions. If the movie is in theaters and I can watch it in theaters, I'm gonna watch it in theaters. If I missed out on the theater showing, well then yeah, it's gonna be available for me to react to online. So yeah, Smashing Machine was good though. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I'm hearing mixed things about it. Like there's some people who really love it, and then there's some people who didn't like it for some reason. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Double Safdie reaction? Imagine double movie night we will do Smashing Machine and Marty Supreme back to back. I think you are gonna like Uma Musume. Okay. First of all, I don't know if you're talking about like the anime or if you're talking about the game. If you're talking about the game, I'll just watch Northern Lion stream that. That's how I will experience Uma Musume the game. I will not be playing it, but I will be watching my favorite streamer play the game. If you're talking about the anime, I've seen the first 2 seasons already. It's pretty good. So Netflix buying Warner Bros. Will be good for your channel because you'll get movies digitally. No! Not like that. Not like that. Come on, man. I want to watch Dune in IMAX. I don't want to watch Dune in my on my 27-inch monitor. I mean, it's a pretty good monitor, but like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Have you seen Cinderella Grey? I have not. I haven't seen the new season. And I have not seen like the movies. My own, like, if we're talking Uma Musume, I've only seen the first and second season. That's it. I haven't seen anything else beyond that. It's peak Uma. I mean, season 2 was pretty peak. Season 2 was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. At least compared to like the first season. It is pretty peak. I concur. I was shedding some manly tears during a very specific moment in season 2 that I was not expecting, and it got to me, and I was like, oh, I'm crying now. Can't wait to watch Batman 2 on Netflix. Oh, that just hurts. That hurts. No. I beg that is not gonna be the case, man. I mean, obviously it's not. It's gonna have a theatrical run eventually. Sebastian Stan, though. Sebastian Stan playing Two-Face in The Batman, kind of peak. That's like news that just broke out like a day or two ago. Not gonna lie, peak casting. That is a peak cast right there. You know, I was like, yep, that's the one. That is the one. You know, not to shit on the MCU, but I do feel like Sebastian Stan's acting range is very limited in the MCU, and he can absolutely be given the opportunity to shine more in like a Matt Reeves directed Batman movie. I don't know if you watched the Coen's Fargo, but I'll recommend the series since it is even better. I have not, and you know what? I will put it on the list. Still interested to see what it's gonna, what the main focus of the second film is gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested nonetheless. I haven't seen the Batman yet. No, not the Batman. The Penguin. I haven't seen the Penguin yet. But I don't know if people are gonna be interested in watching a Penguin reaction. You know. But anyways, chat. If you look at the time, we are near the time to. Oh, that's just like the Patreon settings page. Never mind. But we're gonna be watching movie night very soon. Thank you all so much for joining me on the YouTube stream. It's fun. Thank you all for the recommendations. I will make a YouTube community post that will link to this spreadsheet, and you guys can check it out for yourself, and you can give your own recommendations in the comment section. But before that, we're gonna watch a movie first. So we're gonna be watching 100 meters on the Patreon. You can hop on over there. I will give you guys the Patreon link. It is in the video description, I believe. It's in the channel. It's in the channel links, and it is also in the YouTube chat. So head on over to the Patreon. It is available for free and paid members. The live stream, that is, you can watch the movie together with me. The VOD itself will be for paid members. So if you want to watch it without further payment, then you can watch it live with me together immediately after the stream ends. So wait like a couple of minutes while I reset the stream and whatever for the Patreon stream. But I will see you all there if you want to watch the movie together with me. I will show the movie in full. So it'll be, it'll be less, obtrusive or whatever. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for giving me some of your recommendations. See you all next time on YouTube, and see you all very soon on the Patreon as we watch a movie together. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. See you on the Patreon.